Okay, so today I was going to show everyone how to change the car battery on their Mazda vehicle. Mine is probably about 4 years old, so it's about time to be replaced. And it's wintertime here, and I'm having a hard time, having the car turn over to get it started. I've checked it with my multimeter on the battery. It's at about 12.2 volts. It should be up between 12.4 and 12.6, so that tells me that it's not really holding a charge like it should. So I'll let you listen to what it sounds like when I get it cold started in the morning. So it used to fire right up, and now that was even a better one. Sometimes it really takes a little while to get going, and so I'm gonna replace this battery. If you haven't replaced the battery recently, or you've never gotten your battery at Costco, I can't recommend that highly enough. Their batteries there are only, a little over $100. If you go over to like AutoZone or somewhere like that, they're going to be over 200, and it's for a worse battery. So we got really good batteries at Costco. They cost $100. If you don't have a membership there, $50 gets you a membership, and then $100 gets you a battery. It's still cheaper than going to AutoZone. So can't recommend that highly enough. Okay, so my first step is always to disconnect the negative and then the positive terminal on the battery. The nuts right here, they take a 10 millimeter socket to get off. Then these mounting bolts for the bracket here, they take a 9 millimeter socket. You'll need one that's a little bit longer to get these ones off, because you'll have to reach through the threads that are in the way. And then I like to put together a little baking soda mix while I'm in here. It's just a paste I make with water and baking soda. Put it on an old toothbrush, and then I'll just scrub down the cables while I'm in here, just to make sure there's no corrosion on them. If you have too much corrosion, you may need a battery cleaner spray, and then I might recommend some pads that you can put on it as well for later, so that they don't continue to get corrosion. And I'll link to those in the description below. Once you get the battery back in, I like to connect the mounting bracket first. When you're connecting this mounting bracket, there's two hooks on the bottom on either side, and you're going to hook those underneath just some little mounts that are on either side of the platform where you're placing your battery. And then when you tighten the nuts down, that'll make it so that the battery stays in place. So you just need to find those down underneath on the sides of the battery, where you'll hook those under, and then as you tighten them, they'll stay in, pretty good after that. Definitely don't over tighten these. They don't need to be super tight, just enough to hold the battery and the bracket in. If you give the bracket a little shake and it stays, you're good. Then once your battery's back in place, go ahead and reconnect the positive terminal. And then once you get that one tightened on, go ahead and move over to the negative terminal. Make sure that these are seated really well all the way down to the battery itself, and that you can't push it in any farther before you tighten them on. and just make sure that both sides are well seated and that they're really, tightened on there good. Give them a good shake when you're done to make sure that they don't have any play at all. Now the moment of truth, we're going to fire it up. Oh, that sounds much better this time around than it did before. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more helpful tips.